Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of Chevalier, where we are here to pretty much help everybody, whether you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, South American, even if people's in Antarctica. Well, not just South Africa, it's South American. But nevertheless, welcome back. It's been a very interesting holiday season, to say the least, especially in the realm of dating and relationships. And I hope to actually add my value to help men and women find happy and healthy relationships. I think too often, especially during this time of the year, there's this loneliness, there's this sadness, there's this depression amongst the opportunity of being able to meet someone, to put yourself in a position where you can find love, where you can find happiness, where you can find that chance to embrace the one thing that most of us are looking for, which is to be loved and appreciated. So I'm just glad to be in the opportunity to be in a space where I can hopefully share something that might inspire someone to do the things that I had to do to get to the point where I could find the happiness I needed. Very often we feel like we're suffering in silence. We're going through it alone, that no one cares, that no one understands what we're going through. And so that was always the inspiration for this channel, is to give people an outlet to learn, but to have someone on their side to say, hey man, I understand what you were going through, and now let me take what I've learned that's made me successful to help you in your situation so you can become just as successful finding love. I mean, obviously YouTube is full of videos with millions of people letting you know what they think work, and I'm basically a composite of everything that you've probably been aware of in your life, but just never put it together to make it work so that way you could find a happiness that's right for you. With that said, today's video, I think it kind of matches in line for the new perspective of 2022, starting with a concept I call Wolfpack. I know amongst most men, dating is a single man's venture, a single man's journey to the unknown, to the idea of a happy and healthy relationship. But I always considered the aspect of dating in groups, kind of like a support group sort of thing, where it's like you as a single man step out there with other single guys who are going through what you're going through to kind of help each other along. Because too often in dating, we feel like we're in it by ourselves, and I have to do this by myself. And no one needs to know that I'm suffering in silence. Because if I don't go on this journey by myself, I won't be any better than I was when I started. And that's the absolute opposite, because at the end of the day, dating is the type of aspect where you want to put yourself in a position where you can grow and be successful. And sometimes we often feel like we have to do it by ourselves, but we really don't. Because if you think about it, if I'm going through a certain situation in dating and relationships, and I put myself with other guys who are going through similar situations, we can kind of band to help each other. Because it's like, this guy might be good at confidence. This guy might be good at style. This guy might be good at being a wingman. This guy might be good at clothing and cologne. This guy might be good at, at just a bunch of information that might help you actually find your wife. And so if everybody is collectively bringing something together, as long as it's, number one, within good faith, and number two, within positivity, then you're in a position where you can literally feed off of each other's contributions to slowly help everyone get that goal that they're trying to reach. It's sort of one of those things where it's like, if I made it, then you made it. And to me, that's like a winning formula, because when you have a support group of other men who are not just like financially, but who are emotionally contributing to a guy who would normally be at home on a Saturday night by himself crying from depression. Instead of that, man, it's like, yo, bro, we going out Saturday night, man. We're gonna go have a good time. We're gonna go get Atlanta, throw a suit on. You know, he encouraging you to come out of that dark hole and come to the light. Like literally come to the light. Like literally, you know what I'm saying, go out and have some fun. Kind of a mental health, emotional health and romantic health sort of thing. Because like you're over here by yourself, you're sad, you're lonely, you're depressed, and then you go from that to like being out Saturday night having a good time. You know, with my friends, we're chilling. And to me, it's encouraging because if you got a group of maybe like 4 or 5 guys who are like pushing each other to be successful with this dating thing, everybody's kind of like helping everyone reach that goal. So no one feels like I'm by myself in this. No one feels like I'm suffering by myself. I'm suffering in silence. I'm going through this and no one knows what I'm going through. It's almost a situation where you're literally getting the best of everything from just a small group of people. And you don't have to have a network of 50 people in order to have a group where you feel you're so successful, where you can find a happy and healthy relationship. You can have a network of maybe like 5 people. I always recommend like 4 or 5 people at the most. Because if y'all like a network of 4 or 5 people, then finding a happy and healthy relationship becomes that much more easier. Because sometimes we feel like we have to have masses and large groups. And having these large groups benefit our cause. Like if I have like 15, 20 people, we can easily like take on this together. And it's like sort of one of those things where like having 5 people is perfect because everybody kind of contributes to what it is you're trying to bring to the table. It's almost like anything more than that, you're kind of like taken away from that one-on-one personal feel. That's why I always recommend like 4 or 5 guys like in a Wolfpack group, because it's like with 4 or 5 guys, you can literally still have that personal touch that you can't have if it's like 20 or 30 people. So I also like really just find 3 or 4 good friends who you trust, who want the same thing you want, and kind of band together and help each other in this dating market. Like, hey, let's take on this dating market together. So that way we tend to have a better opportunity of finding a happy and healthy relationship rather than doing it by ourselves. Plus, if you got a network of good friends who are as single as you are and looking for the same things you are, being able to find love becomes that much more productive. Because just like when you're working out in the gym and you have a workout partner and they're helping you, pump iron and, put muscle on and lose weight, same thing in dating. When you have someone there to motivate your happiness, it puts you in a position where finding love becomes that much more easier because you have someone to push you out there and motivate you to a point where you don't have to keep feeling like I'm a failure and there's no one here to catch me when I make all these mistakes. Because at the end of the day, the whole process is nothing but mistakes. But you learn from those mistakes, and in the end, it makes you that much better. So that way you're not, kind of relishing in your failures. If you're single, you're trying to embrace success. And embracing that success means that we gonna all take this pain together, but we're going to all celebrate together. And so that's why, to me personally, especially if you're in a city like New York, Chicago, LA, Atlanta, Dallas, Texas, it's good to roll in groups. It's good to date in groups. It's good to have a network of friends where when you're out here dating, you're in a situation where they're better off. But other men who understand what you're going through can help you pass the rejection, help you get past the hurt, help you get past the what do I do, and you have someone there that's going to help you and the other members of the group mold together so that way you can kind of build a successful courtship where everyone's happy. So, no, in 2022, no more dating alone, man. No more of this, I gotta be the lone wolf, do it by myself thing. Nah, man. 2022, brother. Network. Network. Get a group of people, you gotta work together. It's literally the concept of the process, literally in the name. Network. Get a small group of people, you go through everybody, you get a net, meaning the ones who are mandatory for the success, and you put in the work. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, success is almost inevitable. I mean, especially if you have a competent group of people around you that's going to help you embrace whatever type of success you're trying to achieve. So that's why the importance of the book pack is important. I really appreciate you guys for stepping in with me. I know that I've been away for a minute. I was taking care of a very important family situation, but things are back on track. I just wanted to jump in and do a show today because I felt that it was important that I let you guys know that you were not forgotten. That I noticed the channel's growing, and the success in that is hopefully that I'm able to reach more people and help more people find happy and healthy relationships. So, with that said, thank you all so much. I will be back on Friday, and I will be back. I will be doing a show Friday and Saturday, covering some very strong topics to help men and women find happy and healthy relationships for the new year. We got to start doing something different this year than we did last year. Because as Albert Einstein once said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results. So, as always, thank you so much, guys. Peace. We are gone. In 2022, I'm going to start doing like interviews. So hopefully that's something that you guys will find interesting. I'm actually going to sit down and do interviews with people rather than me just talking. Tell you some interesting back and forth. So I don't know, might be something you guys like, might be something you don't, but I will test that theory and hopefully make a good showing. So as always, thank you so much, guys. See you next time, and have a safe and wonderful 2021. And see you guys Friday or soon Friday. It's all the same.